What you're about to experience are my opinions and truths. I'm suggesting they're possibilities for you to consider, in which you can then come up with your own logical conclusions. And hello everyone, welcome once again. My name is Logan and this is Decode Your Reality, and today I'm doing one on the words or statement, let there be light. And there was light. It's taken from Genesis 1 verses 3. Supposedly God speaking, let there be light. Pretty powerful statement coming from darkness. This is let there be light decoded. And when you break this down, this is obviously using Wikipedia. I'm going to be breaking down the English let there be light and the Hebrew or Aramaic, because it's found in the Torah, the Old Testament of the Bible. And we could also even break down the Greek aspects as well. I'm not going to include that today, but this is the very beginning of the Bible. Genesis means beginnings. It starts with the letter G. So if you understand how numerology works, G is a very significant letter. It's the third letter in the Chaldean, it's the seventh in the English ordinal. Has great relevance. But nonetheless, we're going to be decoding it from the English and the Hebrew. So primarily, I use numerology, breaking the spoken word down. I told you we're going to be breaking the English down. I also use, obviously primarily Chaldean. We then take the outcomes of the spells that we speak, and we bring it into alchemy. We start to then use the elements of the periodic table to break down the spoken word. We're made up of nothing other than these elements, ladies and gentlemen. Carbon and selenium and copper and boron and magnesium. Well, the spoken word is vibration, so we can measure that using alchemy, and that ties directly into numerology. Also use the digits of pi, measuring the numbers in the cosmic egg, the never-ending digits of the 3.1415 and so on. And then to get a picture, because ladies and gentlemen, numbers are amazing, but we think in pictures. So the tarot has great value to show us the symbols that are related to the numbers we get from the numerology and alchemy. And then, of course, the cards of Illumination. These cards are extremely powerful, directly linked into nature. 52 cards equaling the 52 weeks of the year, 4 suits, 4 seasons, 13 cards per suit, which matches the lunar phases. So really, really powerful. And then last but not least, common freaking sense. Most people do not have that. Not you, like I always say. Most people don't have that. All right, let's start off breaking down the Hebrew. I feel this has great significance because this is the origination, or what we're shown with history. It's where it came from. And this is how you say, let there be light, using the Hebrew language, or the Aramaic language. It's a 6-letter word. It's a 10, 5, 10, 1, 6, 20, and that's where we get alchemy. We break numerology and bring it into alchemy, and then we add up these atomic weights that we got from this outcome. Over using the trusty calculator, we get 103964. That's how we say that spell, and we bring it back into numerology, 103964. The outcome we get is 107, and that's tied to the element silver, because it has an atomic weight of 107. And of course, I've been saying this, I keep saying it, I'm going to keep saying it, because all the big heavy hitters in our lives, ladies and gentlemen, are linked and keep coming up with the 4-letter name of God, the Tetragrammaton, the one that runs this matrix reality, or at least maybe hijacked it. I don't know. That's going to come down to an opinion. This has great significance. So let's keep going. Let there be light we're talking about now. Tetragrammaton. Let there be light in Hebrew. Well, let there be light when we go in simple terms. Now, John Petrie is going to love this. John, you're all about the numbers. Well, 911, the number 911 is the 156th prime number. And of course, let there be light, the direct statement in the English ordinal, without even having to use alchemy, the numerology says it's 156. So that's the tie-in. And ladies and gentlemen, how often is the 911 embedded in our reality? I mean, who decided we're going to press 911 when there's an emergency? I'd really like to sit down and interview the person or persons who decided they were going to say, when there's an emergency, let's have them press 911 on the phone. Who decided that? And then why? Why did they decide it? Well, did they decide it unconsciously? Well, I say that this all-seeing eye, the Yod, the Tetragrammaton, it's got its hands in everything. And it's running man. So you have to ask yourself, how much free will do we have? Well, you're more free when you have the wisdom, when you bite the apple. That's for sure. Breaking down the 911. This is really, really important. We say things happen on 911. We press the 911. This comes out a lot in my research. I don't know about you when you decode, but I see this a lot. What does it mean? And it's attached to heavy hitters, not just small fry stuff. We're talking big things. Let's actually decode the words the way we say it, 911. It ends up being a 50, which 50 is tin, element tin, and that's most abundant weight is 119. Wow, what a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all, ladies and gentlemen. It's supposed to be that way because that's the way this software was written before we ever gotten here. Here's the alchemy of 911. Go over to the trusty calculator. It has an outcome of 106077. And once again, wow, what another coincidence. 47106, the Tetragrammaton. And this is the reason why Washington, D.C., the word White House equals 47, Georgetown University, Georgetown equals 47. Who decided they were going to call it this? Who decided they were going to call it the White House? And do you think that man's doing it all alone by choosing these names that we use so often? This is the nation's capital, by the way. It's not just any city in the United States. It's the nation's capital. Well, guess who's running it? Guess who's running the governments? That's who's running it. That's who's behind it. The four-letter name of God, the ancient Israelite God, the Tetragrammaton, which is a sun deity, by the way. But there it is. And it just so happens Washington, D.C. is directly linked to that using numerology. How is that possible? 911. Direct ties. Now you know what's running Washington, D.C. Go read Romans 13 verses 1. That'll tell you exactly what's going on. Everything's ordained by God, the government's everything. Right there. And we know how corrupt is the government. Well, come on. Use your noggin. Use your brain. The outcome, 106077 in numerology equals 344 in the English ordinal. And then, of course, in this digits of pi, the 344 appears at the 216th decimal digit of pi. If you don't know what 216 is, I'm going to tell you, it's the divine triangle. If you don't know what the divine triangle is, go research it. It's on top of the White House. 216 is directly linked to the number 144. And 144 as in 144,000. If you know your Bible, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are such strong ties. And we're talking 911, which is linked to let there be light. Genesis 1 verses 3, let's decode that scripture completely down using alchemy, strip it down. It's a 7-letter word with the 1 and the 3 there. So go over to the trusty calculator. It ends up being 63107. 63107. Using the English ordinal is 271. And of course, the 271 appears at the 241st decimal digit of pi, using pi again. Why is 241 big? Because it's the 53rd prime number. 53rd element is iodine, as in I am. It's the only weight that it has, 126904. That's the only weight it has. This is the Yod right here, the 53. The I am that I am in the Bible. That's what that is. 92 is the outcome in the Chaldean of 63107. 92 is the mirror of the 29. And 29 plus 92 is 121. 121 is the all-seeing eye. That's the element antimony, the 51st element, which is close to the 53. 63 on the masculine side, well, YHVH, the 4-letter name of the Israelite God, the Tetragrammaton, that equals 63. And of course, the 29th element has an atomic weight of 63, which is why I have the tie-in there. Now, the word Yaldabaoth, the Gnostic demiurge name of perhaps being the Yod, it's very possible that the Yod, the YHVH, the Tetragrammaton, the Yahweh, the Jehovah, is none other than Yaldabaoth, the octopus that has its tentacles wrapped around the earth. It could be the one who hijacked this matrix reality. I don't know. And then, I have voltage in here because voltage is the electricity that is in Ohm's law. I'm decoding that as well. Voltage, current, and resistance. Voltage is 29. It's directly linked to copper, which is linked to the YHVH, which is linked to let there be light. What's light made out of? Electricity. Voltage. It's kind of interesting when you kind of link all. You got to put a puzzle together. This is putting a puzzle together. Let's bring in more pieces, ladies and gentlemen, just to support this research, just so you know this is not a fluke and I'm not trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. The tarot has extremely massive value in all this. Genesis is a 25. 1 verses 3, let there be light. Here are the 3 cards for that in the tarot. The Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the Empress. Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the Empress in numerology is 3, 6, 9. Don't get this outcome very much. That's why I have Tesla making his famous statement about the magnificence and having the keys to the universe. The 3, 6, 9. Let there be light. The beginning stages of creation. The keys, are these the keys to the universe? I mean, you see how this is all plays tribute. It's all telling you a story. And of course, this is the Genesis, this is 1 verses 3, and this is the magician slinging his magic through the creation of the Empress. That's what she does. She gives birth to things. He slings his magic. So it's the magician slinging his magic through the Empress. Let there be light. And of course, Genesis, the Knight of Wands, he goes into battle, man. This means mind, because wand means mind, and he's on his horse, and the horse is on its hind legs, meaning he's going into battle. He's all armored up. So this is definitely a card of taking action, for sure. And Genesis is about beginnings. It's a very fitting spread to show 25-1-3. There's no doubt about it with these tarot cards. How about the Animal Tarot? If you're not familiar with this, there's 52 cards that are related to the animals and the Native tradition. Native American tradition came up with this. And this is super powerful as well. Look at the outcome of this. 25-1-3. Fox, eagle, elk. Breaking it down using numerology. Yet again, another 47, which is the Tetragrammaton. I mean, I'm showing it so many different ways. I think it's crystal clear and undeniable at this point. I mean, it's undeniable at this point. I just wanted to throw this in there. The word 47, as we say it, 47, equals 47. That tells you how strong the 4-7 is. There's a lot of these, you can take 2-8 or 1-7 or 1-8, and they're not going to come out like this, directly matching that of how you speak it. Very rare. So this is super uber duper powerful. Tetragrammaton, ladies and gentlemen, using the Animal Tarot. Now, let's use the cards of Illumination, as I like to call them. Here's the 25th card, matching that of Genesis. The 1 verses 3. Here are the 3 cards associated with Let There Be Light. Breaking it down using numerology. Queen Clubs, Ace Hearts, 3 Hearts. Now, I'm going to digress and say this to you, ladies and gentlemen. What this card's saying right here, it says 3 and then hearts. There's no the word of on here. Now, I may say 3 of hearts or ace of hearts or queen of hearts, but that's not what the symbology says. It's ace and hearts. That's it. So that's how we say that using numerology. That has an outcome through the Chaldean of 109. 109 is important because it's the 29th prime number. Remember what Let There Be Light equals 29. Strong tie-in. How about on the English ordinal side? It's 326. We break 326 down using numerology and look at the outcome that we get through these 2 main ciphers. 47 and 166. 166 is the Tetragrammaton in the English. 47 is the Tetragrammaton in the Chaldean. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's crystal clear as to what let there be light is and what it means. I don't think there's any ability to refute this at this point, although, of course, you can say, I just flat out don't believe it. Now, listen, I'd love to hear what you got to say on this, but don't leave some dumbass remark saying, oh, that's stupid, or that doesn't make sense, or don't leave an idiotic comment like that. Leave an intelligent comment, like maybe you don't understand it, and that's okay, because we're all ignorant, But what did you see? But leave your dumb, stupid remarks, if you're going to leave any ridiculous ones, if you're going to leave some childish little 5-year-old, well, that's not how it works, and that's not true. I don't want to hear it. Don't even waste your time posting it on there. If you got something intelligent to say and something to add to this, by all means. And listen, I'm not saying that this is your truth. I was saying in the beginning, this is my truth. But I'm showing it in multiple platforms. Numerology, astrology, tarot, animal tarot, cards of illumination, the English cipher, the Hebrew cipher, the digits of pi. They're all linked to the same origins. So what is it that you see? What is it that you saw? My name is Logan. This is Decode Your Reality. Thanks for watching.